Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Kyle Henderson back at it again, breaking down Alabama Crimson Tide football. You've been asking for the running backs. I'm bringing the running backs to you right here on our YouTube channel. Please remember to subscribe on BamaInsider.com for all the premium scoop. I listed 4 backs right here: Keilan Robinson, Nagi Harris, Brian Robinson, Tre Sanders. You know, Keilan Robinson and Tre Sanders just arrived this summer, and then the upperclassmen are Brian Robinson and Nagi Harris. Now, I'm also going to pipe in a couple inserts from Nick Saban because he did talk about the running backs today, but let's first talk about the big-time back on this team coming into his junior season, and that's Nagi Harris. Remember, he came into Alabama as the #1 running back, #1 really player in the country, and what he possesses from a physical standpoint is speed, power, and everything that every college program would dream of. There he is right here, number 22. He's actually 230 pounds, hits the hole really hard, and I think that what you're going to see from Nagi, and then you have Brian Robinson right here, is probably the best college football tandem at running back in college football. I mean, Brian Robinson, really a mirror image of Nagi Harris. I mean, Brian Robinson right out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, 230 pounds as well. So you have 2 really big backs that have been those traditional type backs at Alabama. And Steve Sarkisian said this, and this really resonated with me during his media day press conference. He said that Nagi Harris could be the bell cow when called upon. A bell cow is the complete running back, someone who can block, someone who can catch out of the backfield, somebody who can go the distance, can play the entire game. And I think you're going to see that from Nagi Harris this coming season. Now, he might not get 30 carries. It's unlikely to happen, but it's good to know, and we all know this, that Nagi can hold the rope, can carry the ball, can put the team on his back when his number is called in those big time games this season. And then I also wanted to talk about Brian Robinson a little bit. And I think we've just seen a lot of progress from him, and I think it's his time. Now, sources have told me that they know it's his time, and Brian Robinson knows it's his time to shine this year. Let's hear what Nick Saban has to say about Brian Robinson and his progression going into this season.
Brian Robinson's done a really good job in whatever we've asked him to do, and he's certainly matured. He's been in the program. He's been an outstanding special teams player. He's a really good competitor. He's got toughness. He's very instinctive as a runner. And I think he has a good knowledge of the overall offense. So there's no reason for him not to be able to assume a greater role. If there's anybody that deserved more in terms of their role a year ago, it was probably him. And the depth at the position probably didn't allow him to get as many turns as even we would have liked for him to, but I don't think that impeded his development at all because he's got great knowledge and experience, and he's been able to play enough to know what it's like to play in big games, and I'm sure he'll do a great job for us this year.
Now, as you know, Alabama moved Darius Townsend from running back to receiver. He's been a player who's kind of floated around on the offensive side since his arrival at Alabama. I believe he even played some defensive back. But you have Jerome Ford, and I think a lot of people are forgetting about Jerome Ford. He's number 27. You'll see him in a little bit. This is Tre Sanders. But Jerome Ford is someone who really dazzled during the springtime for the Crimson Tide. And I think Sarkisian said that he's another guy that can catch the ball extremely well out of the backfield. So while everyone's excited about Tre Sanders, and rightfully so, myself included, I don't think you can skip out on Jerome Ford because Jerome Ford is probably going to get his playing time as well. Now, I want to talk to you about Tre Sanders because we finally got some footage of him, and you also have some footage of Keilan Robinson. Tre Sanders has looked phenomenal in these first couple days of fall camp. He's very smooth. He's very quick. He's got tremendous hands out of the backfield, and that's something that Sarkisian said as well about Tre Sanders, that he's someone that could potentially add another dimension to this offensive attack. Because when you're potentially defending 4 receivers and you can have another receiver out of the backfield, that's going to create a ton of mismatches. So look for Alabama to get him on the field, I think, this year. And there's Keilan Robinson right there, number 2. And remember, he had knee surgery early in the springtime. So I'm glad to see him back in the fold. But let's hear what Nick Saban had to say about Tre Sanders. And this was from Wednesday night's press conference.
Tre Sanders is doing really, really well in camp. His work ethic is really good. He's learning every day. His attention to detail seems to be pretty good. He's got some ability that I think may be able to contribute to the team. But again, after 5 practices and 1 day in pads, we're not ready to post a starting lineup. We're not ready to post roles for everybody on the team. I think right now everybody's focus should be, what do I need to do to improve? What can I do right now, today, to improve? So I can have more success as a player, I can create more value for myself, and I can go earn it in terms of what we want to try to accomplish personally and together as a team.
Now, I wanted to leave you with a defensive note. Nick Saban talked about the leadership from Raekwon Davis, and I think that's really important because when you have that senior leadership, it spills over to the younger guys. Now, as you know, Alabama's defense completely loaded coming back into this season, but a lot of training camp and a lot of this early season is about getting these young guys mentally focused and having those guys learn from the best that are now seniors at Alabama. So I'm glad to see Raekwon Davis be taking on that leadership role. Here's Nick Saban talking about Raekwon Davis.
Been really good in camp. He's played with great effort. He's got a great attitude. He's really showing a lot of leadership, I think, with a young group of defensive linemen. He set a great example, and he's been very productive so far.
Hey guys, if you like what you see, please subscribe on our YouTube channel and please give us an opportunity to earn your business at BamaInsider.com. Tons of inside scoop drop daily from our staff, including Andrew Bone, who does recruiting, does a fantastic job. Come on over, give us a free 30 days. Let us know what you think. Promo code is simply Roll Tide. And if you're a college student, hey, we've all been there. Hit me up. Kyle at BamaInsider.com. I definitely want to distribute the college promo code to you directly. Coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama. This is Kyle Henderson, BamaInsider.com.